All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan. I have about a decade of interviewing JavaScript people experience. These exorcism questions are not great interview questions. These are from exorcism.io. But they're fun. So we're doing them. This one is called Wordy. Let's see. Parse and evaluate a simple math word problems, returning the answer as an integer. What is 5? 5 is 5. Okay, so we're getting text, parsing the text to get a number. Regex, baby. Something, word, characters, any characters, star, new, question mark, whatever. Add two numbers. Okay. Regex for plus. I don't want to go down the regex path here. Large numbers, negative numbers, iteration 3, subtract, multiply, divide. Minus, multiplied by, divided by. Okay, alright. Okay. Everything starts with what is. Everything ends with a question mark. Let's look at the tests. What is, question mark. And then we just need to split on this, or replace it with a plus. If we lop off this and lop off that with a replace, then replace all of these, we could have an array of these that correspond to operators. Do a string replace with the string operator, and then we have a string that would be like 33 slash minus 3, and then just call it eval. Right? Seems like it. Hold on. Oh, this wouldn't work. See what they're doing here? 7 times 2 is negative 14, minus 3 is negative 17. It's not the right answer. They're doing it in order. They're parsing it in order, which means we can't just make it a math equation. Can we wrap parens? Then we go back into crazy regex territory. I think we're gonna have to parse it like they intend. I think eval would be the shortcut here, but obviously this is not gonna pass the shortcut. I'm sure a lot of these aren't gonna pass the shortcut. Oh, and then this, that's not gonna. What? Okay, no. So we have to parse. We have to parse manually, like bit by bit, no eval. Turn these whenever we get a number. Oh, this is a lot like a compiler. This is like a tokenizer. This is a program, and we're turning it into tokens. So we ignore this first thing. It's like an empty token. If we get a number, we save it as like a thing to operate on. And then we have operator tokens, which these could just be like actually functions, right? This is a key to a function that adds two numbers. We already have one of the numbers, then we get the next one. I'm thinking right now we split on space, so this is an array of words or numbers. We wait for the next number, we add it, and then we continue on. Until we hit until we're done if we remove that question mark. Which we should, because this is not a word. Alright, let's get into it. This seems like a thing we can do. These are the things we're doing. If we parse out the by, I think we can just use multiplied. Let's make our map. These are going to be like tokens. I don't know if that's the proper terminology from compilers, but this reminds me of a compiler for some reason. I think it's similar. These are going to be our tokens. Cool. Command Shift L. functions. Comma. Nope. Okay. Cool. Now when we encounter this token, we automatically know what it's going to do. Text. Let's clean the text first. Get rid of that beginning thing. Text equals, let's just do it the dirty way. I think there's a regex that would do this all in one. Replace all what is, kill the space. Well, we have to make sure to get rid of all the extra spaces because we're going to split on space. That's going to be dangerous. Kill the question mark and that's it, right? Oh, and the buys. Kill the buys. Buy. And the space. Ugh. Okay. Now we have clean text. Now we're going to do equals text dot split on a space dot reduce, because we're going from an array to an integer. If all goes well, we get an integer out of this and we return it. Whoop, whoop. Okay, this should be good. Accumulator. Next is going to be the next token. And this is going to be a hairy thing, not a one-liner. Oh, this would be amazing if we could get it down to one line. I don't think we can now, because we're going to have a bunch of ifs in here, right? It's going to be if token is a number, which you want to use number here, not parse int, because parse int, if parse int has stuff after, like say you parse int this, it'll still give you 4. I don't know why, because that's not an int. It just pulls off what if it starts with an int. Maybe that's useful in some way, but number I think is what we want. Then we want token equals number token, and because we want to do a math operation on it, we can't have a string going into our function. What's our accumulator? We need to pass through the total, that's the result, but we also need to save the operation if it's not a number, if it's an operation. If it's a number, do the operation. If it's an operation, save the operation and continue to the next thing, which must be a number. Total. It can't be 0. It can't be 0, because if you were doing a multiply, that's gonna mess it up. Can we need the first one. We need the first one to be the first thing. Otherwise in here, we're gonna have to check for null every single time. Let's lop off the first one. Text array, initial total equals shift, unshift, shift. I think shift pulls off of the front. That gives us the first one. It also is, it modifies the array. So this gives us exactly what I want. It modifies the array and returns the value. So that would be the initial total, and then the operator function is fine with being null because we don't have one. And then because that got modified, we can reduce over it and we're good. Cool. Cool beans. All right, so our accumulator is this. Pew, pew, pew. Little districtiano there. Then we're gonna have to batch it back together. Okay, if we got a number, do the operation. Total equals total operator fn total token. Set that back to null. If it's not a number, save the operation. It's going to be an operation. Figure out what operation it is and save that off. So return total, total is going to be tokens token. Cool beans. We get results, return results. Are we done? Are we done yet? Let's get some stuff going on. It failed. What is the issue? Oops. Dots. It didn't work. Cool. Now we just uncomment these one by one, and they all just work. Oh, God damn it. 11. That's what happens when you add the string 1 to the string 1. Did we do that? That's what we did. No, yes. We got this. What's the issue? Nailed edit. Nail edit. Nail edit. On fire. On fire. If these all work, I'm going to defenestrate myself. No, just kidding. I'll be happy. Ding, 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 ding. Wowzers. This might be the best I've ever done on one of these that's so long and has so many tests. This is amazing. This is amazing. Multiples, we accounted for that. Okay. All right. I knew it was too good to be. The cubed thing. I forgot about that. Oh, it wants us to throw an error. Oh, I didn't even see that. It didn't say that. It should say these things in the README. All right, whatever. It's fine. We got a token that's not a number or a operation. Come on. Okay, we got a token. It's not an operation, so that shouldn't be there. Expected unknown operation function did not throw. We didn't throw? When we got cubed, token sub cubed shouldn't be there, and this should be falsy. Right? You gotta throw those errors. You can't just error. You gotta throw those. It's the little things. It's always the little things. Why are the big things nice and the little things? What is this? 1 plus. Oh, you dirties. You dirties. What are we returning here? Expected another error. Okay, so if we're done and there's still an operator, i.e. we didn't hit this last, dangling operator. Throw it this time. Hey, we did it. Oh, we're gonna hit all of these, aren't we? Another syntax error. If, what now? What is? What is? Okay, all right. Okay. We threw what is, which is still gonna be there because there's no space. How do we want to handle this? Where are we getting? Oh, initial total is not going to be a number. Come on. Oh, non-math question then died. Because non-math question wants unknown operation. Well, that's kind of dumb because those are the same thing. It's like a meaningless question. But instead it got syntax error. Oh, but this doesn't even have my, this starts with something different. All right, in order to be valid, you must start with this. If text dot starts with, and it wants a bleep bloop. There you go, buddy. There you go, test. You can pass. Reject 2 operations in a row. Okay, so we're coming through here. We didn't have a number, but we do have an operation, and we already have an operation here. If operation fun, actually, if, I knew I spelled that wrong. I know. No. If it is a thing. No, but it wants a syntax error for that. Is there a better way to throw the right errors at the right time? This feels like it's getting nasty. You know, we're almost there though. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. 2 numbers in a row. Well, same deal. We got a number. And we don't have an operation. If we got a number, we already have an initial number, so we already have the left operand. If we get the left operand before we get an operator to act on those numbers, so token is the right hand, total is the left hand. If we don't have an operator, do what it says. What does it say? Syntax error. Almost there. Postfix notation. What? Get out of here. We did it! Okay, not too bad. Would I clean this up at all? There's probably a way, honestly. This looks a little hairy. This is definitely one regex. I don't know why I'm replacing all. I mean, this one needs the all. These ones don't. This is a regex. I'm not going to take the time to figure it out though. Or am I? It's replace, because replace can take a regex. Global. Empty string. And you got your either. What is or by space or question mark. Everything is broken. Nothing to repeat. Repeat? Invalid regular expression. Oh, hold up, hold up. Just a number. Oh, did I miss the space? Hey! The space is in the regex. Oh, this is so flaky. Man, I feel like all these little dealies I just put in are like skirting around the intent of the problem. So I would probably want to go back and make this like a little cleaner. I don't like all these ifs and checks and things, but I don't know how else to do this. Maybe I just don't like it because it's like inside this reduce. Maybe if I just did a regular loop instead, or recursion, I could recursively just operate over the text, make a little recursive function to just aggregate until we're done. Reduce is fine though, I think. We're doing an if here. This is kind of an else, but it's kind of, as long as we're always returning or throwing, and that's kind of the style we've done, I think it's okay. If this got any bigger, I'd probably want to say put in the error code and say error, and then have only one return out of this function, so that it's not like I'm looking around for all the different places it could return, you know, something like that. If it got bigger, but then if I got bigger, I'd probably just break it up into functions anyway. Function to handle number, function to handle operation. I'm happy with this. I think this is okay. I think this is no bueno. Yeah, cool. Good times. See you tomorrow.